today's practice. Hope you're well. And before we start, actually, the usual recommendation: make sure that if anything doesn't feel right, you don't do it. You take any modifications, any adjustments, and always listen to your own body. So let's start seated. Let's find a comfortable seat, and you can be cross-legged, or you can be, one ankle after the shin, or whatever works for you. So just find a comfortable seat, and let's start with the palms facing up, so they can be on the knees, on the laps, but they're open towards the ceiling. And let's start closing our eyes. Just taking a few breaths to settle in, to arrive. Just noticing how we feel today. And then let's start by paying attention to our surroundings. Noticing sounds, vibrations, noises, anything that is going on. It could be near, or it could be further away. But we're just observing, just picking up without reacting. And then we shift the focus to our own breath. So again, we don't change it, we don't make the breath deeper or longer. Just notice it. It's our regular breath, we're not doing anything with it. We're just paying attention to it. Maybe we notice that as we bring attention to the breath, we become less distracted, more focused, more in the present. And that attention to the present is what we try to cultivate throughout the practice. So always come back to the breath as we go through the practice, to guide us throughout the practice and help us stay present. And then just open your eyes, keep the gaze very soft, and let's uncross our legs, and if you're sitting on something, you can move it. And we're going to start laying down on our back. So just lay all the way down. And then with an inhale, we inhale into the chest. As we exhale, we roll up legs and chest, and then with an inhale, we come into Navasana. We're staying in Navasana for a couple of breaths. So always variations. You can hold behind the knees, you can place the hands down, you can release the feet down towards the floor. The gaze is towards the toes. Just a couple of breaths. Try not to curve down. Staying up, the chest is open. And as we exhale, we release the feet down to the floor, hands under the shoulders. And then with an inhale, we roll, push up into reverse tabletop. Keep the chin tucked. We're opening the hips. And then as we exhale, we come back down. Come seated with the right shin in front of the left. And then we twist over to the right. So the left hand over the right knee. Right hand behind. Inhale. Open gently here. Inhale. Spend a couple of breaths here with the exhale. Inhale. And then as we soften, exhale, soften down, roll over just very low, swing to the other side. Right hand over the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, lengthen and twist. Spend a couple of breaths. So with the exhale, you soften. Inhale up. Inhale and exhale. So we're trying not to force anything. It's using the breath to find the lengthening of the upper chest. And then as we exhale, we release. And we turn around so you can see. And then as we release, we go back to the other side. The right hand is on the floor, and then left hand we open up. And maybe it's the upper arm, the forearm, sorry, that comes down. The right forearm, and then inhale, lengthen over towards the right side. So the left hip stays in contact with the floor. And we'll spend a couple of breaths here. And then exhale, we soften, come out and go to the other side. And then exhale, we come back to center, extend the legs, roll down, and then inhale into the chest, exhale, we roll up again into Navasana, inhale, Navasana again, hold it for a couple of breaths, and then exhale, feet to the floor, hands under the shoulders, inhale, we push up. And then exhale, we come down, and this time it's the left shin that comes in front of the right leg. And then we start by turning to the left side. So right hand to the left knee, and inhale, we turn. Exhale, soften, inhale, soften. So we always use the Anukalana breath and movement. So with the exhale, we soften. With the inhale, we lengthen and go a little deeper. But again, without any effort. We're relaxing both when we're exhaling and when we're inhaling. And that applies throughout the practice. And then as we exhale, we soften, come low to the front, and swing to the other side. And inhale. Lengthen and turn towards the right side. And same thing here, a couple of breaths. And then exhale, we soften, and back to center. Now the left hand goes out to the side first, and maybe it's the forearm. And inhale, lengthen. So we're focusing on lengthening the right side. Make sure that the right hip stays down, it's not lifting up. Couple of breaths here. And then exhale, we soften, we go to the other side. Inhale. Always use the breath. And then exhale, soften out, extend the legs and lay down on your back. So we're going to flow through this a couple of times. So inhale into the chest as we exhale, we roll up. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, feet and hands to the floor. Inhale, go up. Exhale down, right shin in front of the left. Twist to the right with an inhale. Exhale, soften, go to the other side. Inhale. And then release to the right side with the right forearm. Inhale. Exhale out to the other side. Inhale. Exhale out to center. Extend all the way down. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, Navasana. Feet to the floor, hands under the shoulders. Inhale up. And then as you sit down, this time is the left shin in front. Inhale, we twist first to the left. And then soften, swing low to the other side. Inhale. And then as you soften, center left forearm. Inhale. Exhale, soften to the other side. Inhale. Exhale out. Exhale to continue as you lay down. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, roll up. Make sure it's rolling up when you come up. And then inhale, Navasana. Exhale, feet and hands to the floor. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down. Right shin in front. Turn to the right. Inhale. Exhale, you go to the other side. Inhale. Very fluid in the transition. Exhale, relax. Open the left side. Exhale, relax to the other side. Exhale to center. Extend the legs, arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Hands and feet to the floor. Inhale up. Sit, left shin in front. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, soften to the other side. Inhale to the right. Soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften to the other side. Inhale. Back to center. Just stay to the center for a breath. Close your eyes. And just feel those first few movements. The effect on the body. And then from here, open your eyes. You're going to come up into all four. So if you can just roll over without using the hands to do that. Otherwise you place the hands in front and come into all four. So make sure the hands are the wrists are perpendicular under the shoulders. Hips under the knees. And then just find your center, your position. And then with an inhale, open the right arm up to the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we come down and we thread the needle. And don't go anywhere, just stay here for a breath or two. So the right shoulder, right arm is on the floor. The left hand is on the floor. And then just use the pushing the left hand into the floor. Lift up a little bit. See if you can extend the right hand further towards the left. And then maybe a little bit more. And see if the twist is coming. You want to see this twist coming from the upper body, so from the upper chest and the upper back. So the lower lumbar spine should be very safe and happy. So if you feel any pinching in the lower back, if it's just the tissue that is stretching a little bit, that's okay. But if you're feeling it in the vertebra or anything, then just come out a little bit out of the twist, because it's really the upper body that we're twisting. So if you see if you can find a little bit more opening by lifting up and taking the right shoulder further towards the left. And then the left hand can come into your lower back or find the left inner thigh. And the left shoulder is opening towards the ceiling. So you're in this deep twist. And just spend a couple of breaths here. Use the breath. So with the exhale, you soften, inhale, twist open more. So don't go anywhere with the legs, because we're taking this somewhere else. There's a lot of variations where we extend left leg back. We're not doing that today. So stay here with this twist, just opening, on working on the opening and twisting of the spine. Just stay here for a second. I'll find out what happened here. And then from here, what we're going to do, I'm going to take this right hand, bend the elbows and place the right hand down here. And we're going to press on that right elbow to start taking the hips back towards the heels. So we're coming up, seated in a twist. So the left hand is inside your right thigh or on the right thigh, the left hand on the left hip, and the big toes back are touching. So make sure you have that connection with the big toes, which is an indication that the hips are pretty much straight. And then just twist here to the left. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, we twist. And then exhale, just relax. Let's take the twist straight to the other side, so like we are. So the left hand goes, the right hand goes behind. Find the left inner thigh, and the left hand comes to the other side of the left hip. So we're twisting over to the right side. I'm going to start from here. Spend a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to lift the hips off the heels. We're going to come down into the same thing on the other side, or tread the needle on the other side. So from here, I'm going to lift the hips up, come up. And first I'm going to place my elbow and forearm down to get me down. And eventually just release down. And I'm going to thread the needle on the other side. So I arrive where I arrive. I'm going to turn on this side so you can see. So I arrive where I land with my left shoulder. I'm going to stay for a couple of breaths here. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I've done on the other side, which is push with the head into the floor so I can lift that shoulder, the left shoulder, and see if I can take it further out to the right.
And then again, maybe use your, go your own time. And again, if you start feeling it on the lower back, come out. Come. Spend a few breaths here. Again, try to find that more of a twist in the upper body using the breath. So always use the Anukalana breath. With the exhale, you soften, inhale, twist and open. And the right shoulder is opening towards the back, and the left shoulder is going out towards the right side. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We bend that left hand and then take the hips back, come up in the twist again, and then release. Stay seated on the heels for a couple of breaths. Close your eyes. And again, feel the asana on the body. And then open your eyes. You come forward into all four. You want to tuck the toes, bend the elbows, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and start with the elbows and knees soft first. And then inhale, we push back into downward facing dog. Soften and lengthen into a dog. And then as we soften, we walk to the front of the mat. Alright, we stay low. And then with an inhale, we roll up. Lengthen, exhale. And then stay facing the front of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of breathing before we go into the sun salutation sequence. So with an inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we soften. We come all the way down with the knees soft, hands in front of the feet. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. And this time, turn to the right. Exhale, we come down on the right. And then swing to the left. Inhale, lengthen on the left side. Turn to the right. Exhale. This is a long exhale. So you're exhaling down. You're still exhaling. As you turn, you exhale until the hands are in front of the chest. And then inhale. And you lengthen the whole body. Then you turn. And then you start exhaling. And you're exhaling by emptying the belly. And then you come up, inhale when the hands are in front of the chest. Turn, exhale. Make sure the knees are soft. Really flowing between the two sides. And then next time you're down, we reverse it. So you come back on the same side where you went down. And you just reverse. Very soft, go as slow as you need to, and it's the breath that is leading your movement. And then next time we come up, inhale long, exhale release. And make sure you're at the front of the mat. We're going to start with the sun salutation sequence. So, inhale, we lengthen here. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, soften. Step the left foot all the way to the back with the hips going back. Inhale, lengthen. And then plant the hands. Soften back. Step the right foot back. Inhale, lengthen here. And then soften the elbows, knees to the floor, and tuck the toes, come all the way to the floor. And then inhale, roll up into your cobra. The head is the last thing that comes up, and then going down, the head is the first thing that rolls down. And then we tuck the toes, come up into all four, bend the elbows and the knees, inhale, lengthen into the dog. And then as you soften, the left foot to the front, between the hands, the hips back, inhale, lengthen. So always make sure that you're lengthening the entire body at the same time with the inhale. Exhale, soften, take the right foot to the front, hands in front of the feet. Inhale, lengthen here. Soft, roll up. Inhale, exhale. And then we go again. Inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen forward. The gaze stays down. Soften. Hands by the feet, right foot back, hips back. Inhale, long, lengthen. The right heel is pushing firmly back. The right leg is straight. The left knee is bent. Left knee over the left ankle. And then soften back. Blend the hands. Step the left foot back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we soften, we bend the elbows, knees to the floor, and tuck the toes. Come down. Inhale, roll up into cobra. Exhale, come back down. Tuck the toes, up into all four. Inhale, downward facing dog. Now as you soften, the right foot to the front. Inhale, length. So you're lengthening the entire back, from the heel to the crown of the head. And then exhale, soften the left foot to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Soften, roll up. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to go again with the variation with the knee down. I'm going to need my blanket. So inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, we lengthen forward. Exhale, we soften. The left foot goes back with the knee to the floor. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked, up to you. The hips go back and then you start coming up. Inhale, open. So focus on opening the front rather than curving the back. And then exhale, we come out. Bend the hands, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step the right foot back. Always arrive soft. And then with the inhale, you lengthen. And then as you soften, we come down. This time, just if you want, you can take the knees to the floor. Otherwise, untuck the toes. Inhale, roll up in upward facing, or you're still in cobra. So make sure the shoulders are perpendicular over the wrist, and the chest is coming forward. And then exhale, soften. And again, you can drop the knees, or you tap the toes, and you start by pushing the hips back. So the hips are higher than your head. Inhale, downward facing dog. And then we soften, and the left foot comes to the front, right knee down, untuck the toes or keep them tucked. Inhale, open. So focus on lengthening towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the front, lift the the right knee, take the right foot to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Roll up. Inhale. Exhale. And once more. On the other side, leading with the other side. Exhale. Really soften down everything when you come down. Inhale, length. And then soften again. Step the right foot back. Right knee to the floor. You come back and then you start inhaling with the hands in front of the chest. And this is a long exhale. And then inhale into the dog. And then exhale to come down to your variation of the
cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale back into the dog. And then as you soften, the right foot comes to the front. Drop the left knee down. And we come up on the other side. Exhale. Step the left foot to the front. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, soften. Roll up. Inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer pose and close your eyes. Make sure the feet are about hip width distance apart. And just again, allow for the body to absorb the practice. So allow for the breath to come back down. As always, remember this approach of using the breath, the inhale to lengthen and open, inhaling into the chest, exhaling, emptying the stomach to relax everything. And it's always think of the body as one. So Anukalana, as I mentioned a few times, means integration in Sanskrit. Because the reason we call it integration or Anukalana, there are other reasons, but one of the main reasons is because we look at the body as an integrated piece, as it were. So it's the entire body that is opening and closing or pulsating. It's a pulsation of the body throughout the practice. It opens and it closes. It opens and it closes. And it doesn't matter whether there are asanas that involve the entire body, like the standing asanas that we've done now, or maybe asanas like we did at the beginning of class where only part of the body is moving. There is always that concept of the entire body is participating in that movement and is led by the breath. So keep that in mind, that awareness as we go through the practice. And so open your eyes, release the arms down. And if you had a blanket like me, you can, you may need it, so don't put it completely away, depending on something. So you're going to work on a single sequence today on twisting. We're going to do a lot of twisting. And then we're going to do some stuff on the floor, which is also be relaxing and more twisting. So this sequence might get a little intense. So again, take variations as works for you. So let's do it once on either side, just to open up the body a little bit without flowing, and then we'll go into the flow. So we start, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, relax. So we step the left foot back, hips are facing forward, and then hands to the shoulders. I'm starting with my knees soft. Inhale, I lengthen the front of the body. So again, I'm not arching, I'm lengthening the front of the body. Spend a couple of breaths here. Focus also on squaring the hips to the front. So the hips is something that we're going to try to keep square to the short side of the mat, to the front, throughout this sequence. So have that action of pushing the right hip back and the left hip coming forward. And then exhale, we soften down. You're softening both knees. You're pivoting completely on the toes of the back foot. So the left heel is lifted up, the floor, hands to the shoulders. Inhale, we come forward into this crescent lunge or modified warrior one. So at any point, you can do this with the left knee down. So I'm going to do a number of poses like on this side, like this, and you can always drop the left knee down. That's why if you need the blanket, you should keep it. So exhale, soften here, inhale. And then as we soften, we come out, to the center, so my pelvis is somewhat centered. I'm not leaning forward. Take hands to the shoulders, and I'm going to twist open to the right side with a knee nail, the chest, and opening the arms, and I come back into that crescent lunge. Exhale, inhale. Use the breath to come out, release the tensions, and then inhale back into it. But when you're inhaling back, you're inhaling back relaxed. So we're not building any tensions. And then exhale out, hands in prayer pose in front of the chest. And then we come forward with the left elbow outside of the right knee. And then with an inhale, lengthen and twist to the right side. Exhale, soft. Inhale, lengthen and twist. Exhale. Inhale. So this right hip continues to push down and back towards the left heel to maintain the hips squared. And then exhale, we come out. And then come back into crescent lunge for a second. And then we're going to release and take the left leg all the way to the front. You're going to lift the left knee, place the right hand on the left. Make sure the right knee is soft. Left hand to the shoulder. Inhale, we counter twist to the left. So as an option, you can find the other edge of the left foot. Inhale, lengthen this way. We'll spend a few breaths here. And then soften, come back facing the front. You step the left foot all the way back. Left hand comes down. Your left knee is soft. And then turn the right foot out in diagonal. Inhale, twist, open to the right side. So the hips are dropping down, the pelvis is dropping down, and the chest is opening to the right. And then exhale, we soften, we come out, softening the knee. Right foot is straight, so the left knee is going to come to the outside of the right foot, and I'm going to sit down. And I'm going to turn to the right side. Maybe my left elbow comes outside of the right knee, or maybe I'm just hiding that time. Maybe inhale a twist. And if the left knee is hurting, you can extend that and be here. And then again, use the inhale to turn around. And exhale, release. And then exhale, we soften. We're going to come forward, lifting the hips. Left foot next to the right. And we're going to find chair pose. And then hands in prayer pose in front of the chest. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale, twist on this side. And you can stay here, or if you know how, if you have a practice, a side crow practice, you can come side crow, but still facing, I'm going to come back, otherwise it's going to hurt. That thing there, still facing the front of the neck. And then we come out. Inhale, roll up. Exhale. Inhale. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, remember, you always have the knee down, or the knee of the back leg down at any point. So inhale, we lengthen.
Exhale, we soften and we step the right foot back. So arrive soft. And then inhale, we lengthen here first. Spend a couple of breaths here. Lengthening the front of the body, not arching the back. And use the inhale to lengthen and the exhale you soft. And squaring as much as possible the hips towards the front. So your back foot is turned towards the front quite a lot. And then we soften. And you turn completely the left foot to the front, so you come on the ball of the back foot of the right foot. And then inhale, crescent lunge. And if you need to adjust the feet like I do that when you're outside of the asana, not when you're into it. You're out, adjust the feet and then inhale, come back into it. Exhale, inhale. And again, try to lengthen the upper body towards the ceiling as you're dropping down with the pelvis. The right leg is extended. And then exhale, soften out, hands to the chest, and we're going to turn to the left side. Try not to lean forward. Use the breath. Exhale. Inhale. You can drop down on the right knee at any point. And you're still working on the twist, which what matters in this practice today. And then exhale out, hands in prayer pose, and twist with the right elbow outside of the left knee. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, twist. Just spend a couple of breaths here. And then we soften, we come out, inhale, crescent lunge again, soften, and now the right leg comes forward and up, either find the right knee, the left hand, inhale, twist to the right side, or the other edge of the right foot, inhale, twist. Exhale, open, we'll use the breath, chest stays, the back stays straight, and wherever you are, we're trying to elongate towards the ceiling. And then exhale, come back to center, and then the right foot goes all the way back as you drop the right hand down, arrive soft. Turn the left toes out to the side, left hand to the shoulder, inhale, open. You're dropping the pelvis down, and again, it's always twisting from the upper body. Use the inhale and the exhale, open. And then soften, left foot points again straight, soften the back knee, and this back knee, the right knee is going to come to the outside. The left foot, I'm going to sit down on my right hip, and then I'm going to twist to the left side. And again, if I need to extend the right leg, because I feel it on the knee, just do that. Make whatever variations you need. So you can hold the leg like this. You can place the right elbow outside of the right knee. What matters is that as you exhale, you relax the spine becomes long. And you have a little bit of that rotation as well.
Spend a couple of breaths here. Use the breath. And always have that awareness of the body. And even in an asana like this, where it's actually the upper body that is opening, you're still trying to, you're coming in and out, is the entire body that is participating in the movement that is aware. So you're not just focusing on individual parts of the body, because everything is connected inside the body. The body is not something that was assembled together, individual components and someone put them together like a car. It comes like already integrated. And it's our Western mind that likes to disassemble and analyze things and break them down into components and all that. But that's not the way the body works. The body is all one at once. And so in the yoga practice, we should keep that in mind. Sorry, I diverted. So we come out, up to the front. Inhale, chair pose. And then we come down, twisting to the left side with the right elbow outside of the left knee. And again, same principle. Inhale, lengthen and twist. And if you want to pray with side crow, you drop down. So there are two variations of side crow. There is one facing the long side of the mat and one the short side. So we're staying on the short side. So you're moving the weight all the way over. And then you lift the feet off the floor. And then come out. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring the hands in prayer pose and close your eyes for a second. And we're going to flow with this sequence on both sides. But before we do that, just visualize the sequence in your own mind. And see yourself, your body, going through it. So first we open into the extension of the front of the body. Then we have crescent lunge. Then we have the twist with the arms open. And then we have the twist with the elbow outside of the knee. Then we have the counter twist, taking the opposite knee up and turning to the other side, holding the foot. And then we go back to the lunge, we twist open again. And then we sit down, twist, and then chair pose, twisting chair or side crow, and we come up. So we're going to do that now. So make the imagination become real. So front to the mat, open your eyes. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, we soften, we step the left foot back. Hips are square as to the front. Inhale, open. And then exhale, soften. Come on the ball of the left foot at the back. And then inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale. You want to twist with the arms open to the right. Exhale, hands in prayer pose. Look at my knee back. I'm coming back, so I'm softening the knees and I'm twisting down. I'm going to stand only when I'm ready. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, out. Back into crescent lunge for a second. Exhale. I'm going to press into the right foot to come up. Take the left knee in my right hand, twist to the left foot, and then inhale.
And then I soften everything. Left foot and left hand to the floor. Open the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, soften the left knee, sorry, the right, yes, the left knee outside of the right foot. Sit down. Inhale. Exhale, I soften. Come back to the front. Inhale, chair. Exhale, soften, prepare for the twist, or maybe the side crow. And then out. Inhale, up. Exhale. Then we're going to step the right foot back. Inhale, open here. We soften. Pivot on the right toes. Inhale, press and lunge. And then we soften back. Hands to the chest. My right knee is soft. And then I extend to the left. Exhale, hands in prayer pose. And I'm going to twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale out. Back into crescent lunge. Then I soften, I press into the left foot. Take the right to the front. Either holding the right knee, the right foot. Inhale. When I soften, I step right foot back, right hand to the floor, right soft, turn the left foot out. Inhale. Open. Exhale, soften, right knee outside the left foot, sit and twist. Exhale, soften, come back to the front. Inhale, chair. And then twist on the chair over to the left side or come down for side crow. And then we come up, inhale, exhale. I'm going to turn to the other side because I keep hitting that thing when I do the side crow, which is not good. So, I'm going to do it again. Inhale, lengthen. I soften, I step the left foot back. And then inhale, I open. Exhale, I soften. And I find press a lunge. I soften. And I twist to the right. I soften. I twist with the left elbow. Inhale. And I soften back again into crescent lunge. And then I'm going to come up with the left knee all the way up, holding it. And then step the left foot back, left hand to the floor, turn the right foot out. Inhale. Exhale, soften left knee outside of the right foot. Inhale, twist. Exhale out. Come up, chair pose. Twist on the chair or find side crow. Then out, we come up, inhale, exhale. We go the other side, inhale, lengthen, exhale, right foot back, inhale, open here. And then we soften, inhale, crescent, soften, we twist, open
open arms. Always the entire body moving at the same time. Inhale. Exhale out, back into crescent lunge for a second. And then the right leg is going to come front and up. Inhale, twist to the right. And then release the right foot all the way to the back. Right hand down, left foot open. Inhale. Soften. Right knee outside of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Come up into chair. And then twist on the chair. Inhale, twist. Or play with your side crawl. And then come out. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm going to do it once more. And the key thing is that the body is getting warmer and knows what to do. And the risk, I mean, it's a risk, but it's the pleasant thing as well, is that we go in autopilot and we're no longer aware of what we're doing. So enjoy the opening and the intelligence that the body's got now in terms of what needs to be done, but be aware. Maintain that awareness in the entire body, what is happening, and pay attention to what you're doing. So we come to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we soften. The left foot goes back. Inhale, open. Soft. Open into crescent lunge. And then soften. Twist. Open out. Out. Twist with the left elbow outside of the right knee. Exhale. The breath is everything here. Inhale. Exhale. You inhale when you're ready to extend and lengthen. And then this is a long exhale. And then you inhale. And then exhale, the right and left knee outside of the right foot. It is all an exhale. And this is an inhale. And then we exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then if you go down, exhale. Inhale up. Down. Inhale. Exhale. And then we go the other side. Inhale. Exhale, the right foot back. Inhale, open. Soften. Inhale, crescent lunge. Soften. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale. Prayer pose. Inhale. Exhale, back into the lunge. Soften the right foot to the front and up. Inhale. Exhale all the way back with the right hand down, right very soft. Left foot out, inhale. Soften.
Right knee outside the left foot, sit down, inhale. Soft to the front, you come up, inhale chair pose, soft, inhale twist, or soft side crawl. And then inhale up, exhale, soften, hands in prayer pose. Close your eyes and let the practice sink in. Let the breath come back down. And maybe just as you're coming back down, just visualize yourself again through that practice and how it felt and how it feels now. And then we open the eyes, release the arms down, and then inhale, lift. Actually, you know what, let's go all the way to the back of the neck. I'm sorry, let's change of plan. So inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, just soften all the way down. Come all the way down. And then find your peace fingers and find the big toes on both sides. Feet are about hip width distance apart. And then inhale, lengthen the chest forward first. And then release the chest, the head down. Elbows are open, the shoulders are relaxed down, so we're not hunching them up. And just let go. The legs don't need to be straight. I mean, if they're straight, that's great. Make sure the weight is towards the front of the feet. And then release the feet, the hands, place them in front of your feet, and then either go back to what we just did, or you place the entire hand under each foot with the big toes touching the wrists. And then make sure the weight is towards the front, so you're not leaning back, but towards the front. And then same thing here, first lengthen, and then release down. And again, the legs don't need to be straight. If they're straight, that's fine. The hips are pointing up. And just release here. And then exhale, soften the knees. Remove the hands from under the feet. And then walk the hands towards the front until you come down into all four. And then come towards the front of the mat, and the hands almost in front of at the border, and then cross the feet behind you, and just sit back and extend the legs forward. And actually, I made a mistake. So let's go back to all four. I'm sorry. So we're back into all four. So what I want to do now is take the right knee behind the right wrist. Like this. And then extend the left leg back, like in pigeon. And then drop down with the right hip all the way to the floor. Dropping down like this. And then we're going to extend over the right leg down like this. Forehead can be on the floor, and if it's not, doesn't comfortably reach there, you can place a blanket or a block or whatever you need. Just spend a couple of breaths here. So make sure the right hip is on the floor
I don't care about this leg or this leg, how straight or bent it is. It's whatever is comfortable. Because that's not where we're going to be working. We're going to still be working on the upper body. And then start lifting the chest up a little bit. And then start walking hands over towards the right side. Keeping the hands somewhat shoulder distance. And then what we're going to do is start dropping the left shoulder down towards the floor and the right shoulder up towards the ceiling. So we're trying to twist the chest to the right side, opening towards the ceiling. It won't have, actually, let me turn to the other side so you might be able to see better where we're heading. So the chest obviously is not going to turn, but that's the intention. So I'm dropping down the left side, and this is quite a deep twist. So only take as much as you need. Use the breath to relax in. Don't force anything. And again, if you feel anything on the lower back, come out, because that's not where the action should be. It's all in the upper back and mid back. And then maybe you gain more space and you can go a little further, maybe not. And then exhale, we come back to center. Release down. I'm going to go back to the other side so you can see where we're going. And then from here, I'm going to lift the chest up again. And we come down completely over the right side, but keeping the knees bent. And my right hand is going to be in front of me, with the left hand on top of it, and my head is going to rest on the floor. And if I need a blanket or a block, I'm going to place it there. And then I'm going to lift the left arm up. And I stop when my left hand is perpendicular to my left shoulder. And then I'm going to start taking the shoulder, not the hand. The hand is going to always stay firmly perpendicular to the shoulder. So the left shoulder is going to start opening towards the floor, and the chest is going to start opening towards the ceiling. My hand is going to stay up there, not dropping it. So make sure that hand there, because I want the action to be led by the upper back that is opening. And then when I arrive, that I feel that that's it, that's the end of the journey, I can let go of that left hand. And maybe my left shoulder is completely in the floor, maybe it is not, it doesn't matter. If my left hand doesn't reach the floor, with a shoulder issues, you can always place something to support it. And just release here. You can close your eyes. Use the breath to release any tensions anywhere. And then to come out, I'm going to reverse it. So I first raise the left arm up until it's perpendicular over the shoulder. And then I start turning the chest back. And I take the left hand down. And I'm going to place the left hand. I'm going to slide the right shoulder out. I'm going to come back into all four. I'm going to go the other side. So the left knee is going to go behind the left wrist. extend the right leg back and then drop down on the left hip. So you're completely down on the floor on this side. And then we come down on the left thigh to begin with. Release the forehead down, and again, if you need a blanket, you can use that. And then we lift the chest up. We start walking the hands over towards the left. So we walk them so that the right shoulder is past the left knee. And I keep my hands pretty much shoulder width distance. And then I start that action of twisting by dropping the right shoulder down, elevating the left shoulder. But it's really because the movement is actually coming from the upper back. And I'm pretending to turn my chest towards the ceiling. I say pretending because it's never going to happen. And again, make sure you're not feeling this on the lower back. So if you feel that on the lower back, just come out. Maybe with each, so in a few breaths you find some more opening in the twist. And then exhale, you come back to center. Just release over the left leg down. And then we're going to come over to the left side. I'm going to stay on this side so you can see it from this other angle. So the knees are going to be perpendicular in front of the hips. I'm going to lay down. My left hand arm is going to be extended, right arm on top of the left. If I need support under the head, I can place my blanket or whatever. And then the first thing is I raise my right arm up. Make sure the hand is perpendicular to the shoulder. And then I start rolling the chest open by taking the right shoulder towards the ceiling. And I'm twisting the chest open towards the right shoulder down towards the floor, twisting the chest open towards the ceiling. You see my hand stays perpendicular over the right shoulder. And only when I feel that I've arrived, I have nowhere to go, either because I hit the floor or because just my body can't go any further, I let go of my right arm down, and again you can place a support. Eyes are closed. Just enjoy those final twists. The body's worked quite a lot and they're probably very open, with a lot of sensations percolating. And then to come out, we reverse it. We lift the right hand back towards the ceiling. And then we turn towards the left side. Spend a couple of breaths here. And then we roll back to our back. Coming towards the end of our practice. So let's hug the knees first. And maybe let's find a happy baby, clasping the soles of the feet, or maybe behind the knees, wherever works for you. feet. And if you need to take any final movements, do that. Otherwise, we find our way down to Shavasana. And just release the body down completely. Arms down by your side. Palms are facing up. Eyes are closed. Relax the temples, relax the forehead, relax the space between the eyebrows, relax the jaws, and separate the lips slightly. Relax the neck, shoulders. Relax the upper arms, elbows. Relax the forearms, the wrists, hands, fingers, fingertips. Relax the upper back, mid back, lower back. And let go of the upper body. Relax the pelvis, the hips. Relax the thighs, knees. Relax the calves and shins. Relax the ankles. Relax the feet, toes, tip of the toes. Let go of the lower body. Let go of the entire body. Shavasana. Start deepening your breath. Wiggle the toes, the fingers. Bend the knees, plant your feet. Notice which nostril is more open. Roll the body to that side. And use the hands to help you come up seated. Find a comfortable seat, eyes are closed. And bring the hands together at the center of the chest, thumbs touching the midline by your head. Find the breath. Thank you all so much. Namaste. Thanks for following the practice. I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, if you have any comments, feedback, just reach out. Thank you. Hope you stay safe and you're well.